In today's YouTube video, guys, we are going to be taking a look at the new best controller settings that you guys need to be using here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 2. Now, after this update, they did add some extra things in the settings that we need to go over. With these settings, though, it's going to help you no matter what console you're playing on, no matter what controller you're playing on. I guarantee these settings will help you. So if you guys are new here and you find this video to help, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. So now it's time to get into our controller settings here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 2. And for the first thing that we're going to be talking about, guys, is going to be controller vibration. Now, like I said in my last video about controller vibration, it's going to throw your aim off. When you get into those gunfights, you start shooting your weapon, a grenade goes off or something, your controller's just going to start spazzing like crazy, and it's having this off is definitely going to help you out. It may throw you off just a little bit if you're used to the controller vibration, but turn this off. Once you get used to it, I guarantee it's going to help you out a lot, because like I say in my videos, the smallest things here in Call of Duty can make you the best player or the worst player, and controller vibration is one of those things. So go ahead and turn this off. I do guarantee it's going to help you out a lot. Now next we have dead zone input, which is going to help out a lot with your controller with the settings that I have down. It's not going to hurt your controller. It's going to make it more sensitive. So if you're a hardcore gamer and you play a lot, pressing your buttons down and everything super hard, you don't need to do that anymore with these settings. It's going to make it more sensitive and make it prone not to break as easy. But if your controller is broken and you do need a new controller that's better than Battle Beavers, Scuff controllers, make sure to go check out AIM controllers. This is a controller I use. It has paddles in the back of it, super easy to use. And I've been using these for a while now. They're super good. I think they're best in the market right now. So if you want to buy a controller, make sure to go in the description or the pinned comment and go use my code Paradox for 5% off, so you can go get you a nice controller instead of a controller that breaks super easy. So go ahead and copy these down. Now next we have our aiming settings here, and for the first thing that we're going to be talking about is going to be our horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity, which I went back down to a 7.7. Now after the Season 2 update, I'm not sure if it is just me, but I feel like the sensitivity is much faster now. Even being on 8.8, it felt like I was on a 10 or something like that. It felt a little bit too crazy for me. So I went back down to a 7.7 and I changed my ADS sensitivity multiplier from a 0.95 to a 0.90. And after I changed this, I have not been missing my shots. I've been very consistent in my shots. I'm getting very accurate kills at longer ranges. And even in rank play, I'm hitting crazy shots with snipers, with my MCW, and even the rival. Having these settings on has definitely helped me out a lot. So make sure to give these a try and let me know in the comments if this has helped you. Next, guys, we're going to be talking about our aim response curve type. Now this is really important if you aren't a controller player. Now having this on dynamic is the right thing. If you have this on, good job. Now if you have it on linear or standard, you're playing Call of Duty wrong. And it literally says for the description of dynamic, it says ideal for more experienced players. It's better on your analog sticks. It has a better response time and everything. And like I said not too long ago, small things in the settings, if you have on the wrong things and the right things, can make you the worst player or the best player. So make sure you have on dynamic. Now we're going to drop down to our aim assist settings here, and we have our target aim assist on. If you're on a controller, just throw on aim assist. Don't try proving a point or anything like that. I know how mouse and keyboard players can get. Trust me, I know. I've seen it everywhere. Make sure to have this on. It's going to make you so much better. Again, if you're trying to prove a point, cool and all that, but if you're trying to get better, make sure you have on aim assist, and then we're going to have our aim assist type on default. Now next, guys, we have our gameplay settings here, which there's only 3 things that we need to talk about, one being a new thing. Now for the first thing, guys, we have our automatic sprint and our movement behavior, and that is going to be automatic tac sprint. Now having this on should help you be more aggressive. As you guys see here in my gameplays, having the infantry vest on, the lightweight boots, and having automatic tac sprint, I'm always in engagements. I see people on the radar, I'm charging them, I'm scooting around the map, and especially in rank play, this is important. You know, if you're playing hardpoint, you're playing search and destroy or control, you have to move fast around the map, flank people, get early on rotations. Having tactical sprint most of all the time is going to help out a lot, so make sure to have this on. Next, we have our tactical sprint behavior, which I have mine on single tap run. Now this is GA'd in the competitive scene. You can use it, but people will make fun of you if you break GAs. I'm sure you guys know that, but people are not allowed to use this in CDL. I know people abuse it in rank play and everything. It does help you out on your analog sticks. You don't have to double tap, or you don't have to be running then press down to start tac sprinting. It is going to help your controller be a little bit more healthier, so make sure to have this on. And for the final thing here in our gameplay, we're going to have our slide dive behavior on slide only. Now there is a new thing called hybrid, which allows you to dive and everything, but still, if you're playing Warzone, yes, you want to have diving, but if you're playing multiplayer, you know, slide only, slide canceling, you can abuse it, have roller skates on, and it's going to help you move a little bit faster, so make sure to have on slide only. Now for the next thing that we're going to be talking about here, guys, is our graphics settings, which I'm only going over the view part just because because, you know, display and quality really just depends on what computer you're running, because console players cannot see that. You know, a lot of people have worse computers, high-end computers, so I'm not going to really go over those settings. For me, though, if you want to copy them down, I literally run everything on low because I stream, record, and do all that on one PC, so I don't want to overwork it. But anyways, we have our field of view here, which I have mine on 117. I don't put it on a full 120 just because I've heard it hurts your aim assist, it puts in input delay. I don't want that, so I'm just going to have it on 117. It still works good. I haven't had no problems since then, so make sure to have that on. ADS field of view. Now, a lot of people run independent. Now, if you run independent, you're playing Call of Duty wrong. Now, I've had a lot of people say, what makes your controller or what makes your gun look like you have no recoil and everything? And this is actually one of the things here. Now, there is recoil on the gun, but with my weapon being so zoomed out, or my person being so zoomed out on my gun, it just makes it where there's less visual recoil, making it where there's basically no recoil. So having unaffected and having your weapon field of view on wide, making the weapon smaller, is going to allow it where you're not seeing, you know, much visual recoil, making it easier on you, making it easier on your eyes. So make sure to have it on 117, affected, and wide, and it's going to help you out a lot in those gunfights. It may take a little bit to get used to, but I'm telling you, this is the best thing to run. Now for the camera, we have our world motion blur and weapon motion blur. Have these on off. If you have these on, it's going to look all nasty, all blurry and everything. You don't want that. It definitely is going to help you look a lot easier in your gameplays and, you know, playing a lot easier because you can actually see nothing's too blurry, anything. So make sure you have these on off. Film grain, have this all the way down because you don't want your game to look grainy or anything like that. It may, you know, put some noise in it to make it look like better quality, but you don't want that. So having this on 0.00 is the best option. And then for the movement here, we have our first person camera movement at 50%. Same with our third person on 50%, and that's the only thing that you need to change here. Now we're going to skip our audio settings and put that last in our video and go over our interface settings, which I do believe is more important here. And we're going to go to our color customization, and believe it or not, having the setting on is going to help you out a lot in your gameplay. You're going to see your enemies better, your map and your gameplay is going to look more vibrant and everything, which I do promise is going to look really good. Now, as you guys see here in my colors, they're bright, they're vibrant, it's really easy to see. And what I have on is filtered 2. Now, if I put this on none, as you guys see here, it looks dark, more grayish looking, and it's not as vibrant. And that's going to go as well in the gameplay, in the sunsets, in the map, in the grass and everything. So everything's going to look dull, not the best looking. And this is like color correction in Call of Duty, which I think is cool. So what we're going to do is go to our color filter, put this on filter 2, color target is on both, and we're going to have our intensity on world color and interface color on 100. So we're going to max it out, make it super saturated, very vibrant. You can see your enemies bright red and everything. It's going to make your minimap look really good. Advanced UAVs, you're going to be able to read the map super easy, so make sure to have these on. Now we're going to jump down to our HUD settings next and go to the map shape. Now I have mine on square. Now as you guys see here with the circle map and the square map, it's in the same exact spot on Rust, and you can actually see in the square map, I see more of the Rust map than I do the circle. So if I'm trying to spawn trap, get those high kill games, advanced UAV with the color filters I have on, where I'm gonna be able to read it super easy, I take out my opponent and I can see where they spawn, so I can chase them, take them out at that spawn, and watch where they spawn again. So it's just an endless loop on watching them spawn, take them out, go to their new spawn. So it's really easy on learning how to spawn trap, and that's one thing I use to get those high kill games, which is the mini map. That's why I'm always looking at my mini map. I'm glued to that thing, so it does help out a lot. Now, we have our mini-map rotation on, we have our horizontal compass on off. I know a lot of people have theirs on off. I think it distracts me a little bit, having a compass on the top. I see red, it's going to distract me, so I don't like to have that on. I think the mini-map is better than having the compass on. That's just me. If you like having this on, go ahead and just keep it on. For me, I do have it on off. Now for the crosshairs, this is actually really important also, which I have mine on static. Now if I show more, as you guys see here, having it on static, you always have it on. We have our center dot on, and I have mine on larger. And as you guys see here, we have different size of dots here. We have a small one, we have a middle one, and we have a much larger one, which I have mine in the middle. You don't need to have it on, you don't need to have a big circle. It's going to throw your aim off a little bit, but this is just going to help you more with centering. If you have a problem centering using quick scoping builds, or just using a red gun, if you're trying to learn how to center, having this on larger on the center dot scale is going to help out a lot. And then for the final thing here, guys, we're going to talk about player names. Now, believe it or not, this is going to help out a lot. Now, with the filters that I have on, it's going to make the player name with the clan tag much vibrant. So if someone has a long name, they're kind of at a disadvantage. That's why you see a lot of people have smaller names, a dot, a dash dash, smaller names is going to help you out a lot more. Having the full name with a clan tag, as you guys see here, the player name is larger, it's bigger, so if you go past someone, you see their name pop up at a bigger name, it's going to help you out a lot in those gunfights because you have that eye advantage. So make sure to have this on full name. And for a final thing in today's video, guys, we have our audio settings, which nothing is too crazy here. The only thing I'm talking about is going to be the audio mix. Now, for my headset, I do run an Astro A40, which are some of the best headphones in the game right now. I know people are starting to use earbuds. I know people are starting to use different headsets and everything. But one thing I will tell you to change is going to be your audio mix. Instead of having it on PC speaker or headphones, make sure you have it on headphone bass boost. If someone runs by you, you're going to hear it. It sounds like an elephant running above you, beside you, whatever it may be. So make sure to have this on. Those are my new settings here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 2. Now, if you do use any of these settings, let me know in the comment section what is one thing that you change, or let me know multiple things that you've changed. Also, if you go on any high kill games, any nuke streaks, let me know in the comment section as well. But guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.